Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is a on sleep Iron Sheik 84, and I'm here to talk over my first 55 pull in this Winter Wonder 2 briefcase loot. So, just a peek behind the camera, this is actually a video I recorded last week. I grinded out a ton of matches during the kickoff. But between the little one and work, I just ran out of time to sit down and actually record a video. And I didn't want to do it off video because while I don't record all of them, I want to do I always want to do one or two for content, and also kind of show off what I got and all that good stuff. So yeah, family and everything is always going to come first over making content. So just it's an unfortunate thing, but know where my priorities are, right? But here's the video, and let's get going. All right, so in the Winter Wonder briefcase loot, which is going to be popping up here in just a second. All right, so I would like the Ludwig Fuse. I don't have Nash. I don't have Angle. I don't have Tori. And I didn't have Logan Paul until this past week. Don't have Pat Patterson. Don't have Sean or Farouk here. And I think that's it, if memory serves me correct, outside of, the shards for Giovanni Vinci. But, the likelihood of getting him, out of one of those chests is, near impossible. So, yeah, like I said, outside the chase and the characters that I mentioned, I have everybody else in here, to the best of my recollection. Yeah, I was kind of shocked that I actually had, that many in the briefcase loot that I don't have, but yeah, it's always the super rarest characters that I don't have. And the Royal Rumble weekend, I would be a lot closer to Hall of Fame Sean, but I was in San Antonio for the Royal Rumble, so the fact that they had 6,000 different matches you had to do at different levels, I didn't have the time. I was driving, and I don't want to play and drive at the same time because that's irresponsible. Okay, and here we go with the polls. So the very first one of the month is gonna be 400 shards of Riddle. Uh, 1,200 shards of Asuka. 400 shards of Sheamus. 400 shards of X-Pac. 400 shards of Typhoon. 400 shards of Triple H. 400 shards of Stone Cold. 400 shards of Shawn Michaels. 400 shards of Shane O'Mac. 400 shards of Sheamus. 400 shards of Triple H. 400 shards of Roman Reigns. 400 shards of Jey Uso. 400 shards of Ricochet. 400 shards of Stone Cold. 400 shards of Ricochet. 1,200 shards of Kane. 400 shards of Randy Orton. 400 shards of Stone Cold. 1,200 shards of the Weenie in a Mask, which I wasn't happy that they made me use him during the faction boss. 1,200 shards of Shelton Benjamin. 400 shards of Shawn Michaels. 400 shards of Stephanie McMahon. 400 shards of Sheamus. 400 more shards of Stephanie. 400 shards of Lita. 1,200 shards of Paige. 400 shards of Stone Cold. 400 shards of Sheamus. Well, hey, look, the double right there. 400 shards of Jey Uso. 400 more shards of Sheamus. 1,200 shards of Dude Love. 400 shards of Roman Reigns. 400 shards of Triple H. 400 shards of Riddle. 400 shards of Stephanie McMahon. 400 shards of Riddle. 400 shards of Typhoon. 400 shards of Mankind. 400 shards of Stone Cold. 1,200 shards of Shotzi. 20,000 shards of Jey Uso. 400 shards of Randy Orton. 400 shards of Roman Reigns. Alright, 400 shards of Stephanie McMahon, and then on to the guarantees here. $20,000 shards of Charlotte. 20,000 shards of Carmella. 20,000 shards of Taker. 20,000 shards of Jey Uso. 20,000 shards of Trish Stratus. 20,000 shards of Rhea Ripley. 20,000 shards of Vader. 20,000 shards of Trish. 20 shards of Stacy Keibler. And we end this with 20 shards of Giovanni Vinci. Or Vinci. Yeah, so I mean, here with, the only useful thing I really got here was the 20 shards of Giovanni. Everything else, like, I had a ton of shards of already. And even some of the 20Ks, like, there were people, like, there were other, I guess classes. Oh yeah, I accidentally clicked on Shotzi. Didn't mean to do that. There are other people that I didn't want. I mean, the Shotzi one was like probably the most useful one in this, to be honest, because I do eventually plan on taking her up to 6-star silver, especially if I get like the Nightmare plate. But yeah, I mean, I know I always say this, it's free, so there's real little room to complain. And plus, these are going to be used towards the 6-star and 6-star silver upgrades. So, hey, I'd rather have these than spend money on something, right? So, as always, I appreciate y'all watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And follow me on Twitch at IronSheik84 for more WWE Champions action. And with that, I wish you all a wonderful day. Have fun this Showdown weekend after doing 10,000 Showdown matches these past 2 weeks. Ugh. As a side note, Showdown used to be my favorite mode in this game, and now I dread doing it because of all these midweeks. But I mean, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, best of luck with Chelsea Green this weekend. And I'll catch y'all around later. Bye bye, everybody.